We're back. Thank you for watching the Seraphine podcast on my YouTube channel or listening wherever you're listening to podcasts. If you're just getting back with us, you just watched the pink drink, Neanderfiend drink that I served Ryan West to explode in his hands. Super hot. I mean, I love it. Oh, shit. How you feeling there? You were bleeding. I made you bleed.
I was bleeding. I am bleeding.
Bleeding for your art.
Listen, I gave that. I gave the pink drink a 6.6. The universe disagreed. They said, "Fuck that thing. It's over."
That was nuts. But now we're moving on to Aaron's choice of pink drink. It's much safer. Would you care to pop it open? It is a Monaco cocktail.
You pronounce that again?
Monaco, and it is.
I would have pronounced that differently.
It is what the tequila Sun Crush. All right, let's see.
Well, I would have pronounced it Monaco.
Monaco.
All right, so I got to try. So I don't even get. You're not proving it's a pink can. Doesn't mean it's a pink drink.
Let's see if it is a pink drink. Let's see if it is.
Well,
Drum roll.
I don't. How am I going to know? I need something to pour it into.
I know, right? Let's see.
I can't tell if it's pink. It's got. I don't know. I need something to pour it into. We're going to assume it's pink.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if the condensation or a little drip comes off. I think
you don't do that to somebody. You don't do that to somebody.
So
I thought we were
curious.
trying to be friends.
I am so curious.
Oh my God! Did you try this before you?
No, I did not. I don't even know. I'm surprised. What does it taste like? Let's talk about it.
Fuck. That is fucking disgusting. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I don't know what that tastes like. I just don't know. That is a 1.1.
We lost our sponsorship with Monaco. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's so bad.
It's I don't. I would say maybe it would taste like if you took a Natty Light, put a Kool-Aid packet in there with a bunch of sugar, put some disgusting cheap ass tequila, stir that motherfucker up there, put it in a shitty can with a rooster on there, calling it Monaco. Fuck off with this shit. Contains tequila. No, this contains asshole juice or something. It's disgusting. Get rid of that thing.
Oh
I don't know. That needs to go back. That's like not for consumption. Is that approved by anybody?
No.
Did that come from Mexico over the border?
So I
a little more refined.
Brought to you from Heritage School Vineyards in Napa Valley, the Lakeview Vineyard, Casey's 2016 Cabernet Sauvignon. And I have to correct myself. We get very hyper specific in my family. So fun fact about my family is my uncle decided to leave his job and become a winemaker in Napa. This is not his.
What do you mean?
So
he just up in one day said, you know what, I'm going to go be a wine.
He sold his company for lots and lots of money.
Yeah, that's a really big piece of the pie you're leaving out there.
Yes, and
that's not like me. I'm leaving a mailman job to go grow, vines.
Totally. No, he sold his company. He made a ton of money, and then he went to Napa and he bought up a bunch of vines. So
good for him.
We've always been a wine drinking family, but the education I have received just within the last. It started in New York, and then in my 30s, I started to really learn about wine. And then once my uncle did, the whole, I'm going to get a vineyard, you start to really care because then you're visiting. You want to understand how to taste, what to look for. This is an incredible wine. So
Go on. Tell me about it.
So
how much is this bottle?
It was, I believe it's like in the 200 zone.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's
holy
so
shit. I was expecting $20, $30 and thinking you went all out. I should not be drinking. I don't.
No, cheers. Wow. I almost killed you.
Well,
I almost killed you with the Neanderfiend drink.
Touche.
So I wanted to get a 10 somewhere, at least being a hostess. So cheers to you. And let's sip. God, that's a good one. Right? You got it. It's pretty nice, right?
Damn.
I have to say,
That's fine.
you know where
I like that.
if you're,
Oh, I like that.
isn't it? It's good.
It's not super dry.
No, it's
It's
got a
real
little
easy. There's no burn. It's smooth. Just a hint of dryness on it.
It's got a little pepper, but not too much. It's like enough to make your.
I mean, this is a 9.6.
Yeah, this
This is a strong 9.6.
Isn't this nice? Mm-hmm. Where is your favorite place to have a glass of wine?
Oh, okay. Garozzo's.
Oh, that's actually I like that you said Garozzo's. I think Garozzo's. Now, which one do you go to? Which
Downtown
Garozzo's?
Columbus Park.
Okay, I love it because again, I think the first one I went to was actually out south, and it's kind of. Have you been to that one?
No.
Thank God.
I've been to one in Lee Summit. That was in South, but that's not there anymore, and that was like a decade plus ago.
Yeah, the one that's out south is in a shopping mall, not shopping mall. It's what do you call those shopping centers? Like where like a Starbucks is. Strip mall.
There we go.
Sorry,
we should know that.
I
We
should
grew
know
up
it.
with that.
I know. But they're all closing now, right?
Yeah.
Like they're all closing.
They
They're
were huge
all
in
vacant.
the 90s.
Huge. But it has like kind of drop ceilings, and it's a little dated inside. But what's so great about it is I have so many good memories with my parents at that restaurant when I was right around college age.
Okay.
So, but it's got a really good like, hey, gotta me, I ain't going for your spadini and have your glass of wine. I love
Free spadini on your birthday.
I did not know that.
And after a Chiefs game when they win, buy one get one free spadini.
No way. I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
I will have to take them up on that free spadini.
You will be a Chiefs fan. I'm not a huge Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
And then when they offered that, I was like, come on, Chiefs.
I'm number one. Come
Pull
on.
it out.
I love it. My favorite place to go have wine is JJ's. I think they have one of the biggest wine selections in Kansas City. And they've got a great menu. I was there last night with my husband for dinner.
JJ's, that used to be on the plaza and it blew up.
It's on the plaza still. You know where Monarch? You just went to Monarch with Deborah Latino.
Stock much?
I know, right? I listened to your podcast. I did my research. Right next to it is the Fontaine Hotel, which, by the way, since I think, I don't know if you're dating now, but talk about a really cool spot to go get a drink is up at the top of the Fontaine.
Do you think I can afford a drink up there?
Oh,
Or,
you totally
hey,
can do one.
You think I can afford a girl up there? Come on now.
Get the old Discover card out.
I don't have a credit
Get your
card.
points.
That's the thing. I don't have a
Oh,
credit
you
card. I
don't?
don't have debt. And
You
I
don't.
have a
Good for
credit
you.
score in the high 800s,
That's good. I do have credit cards.
I think.
And my credit score is excellent. But it took a while.
Yeah.
It was really bad. When I first met my husband was like, what the fuck what did you buy?
Nice.
And I'm like, well, I'm like 38 meeting you, and it's like 15 years of debt from New York and Los Angeles and like nights where I'm like, I don't want to put it on my credit card, but I'm going to do it.
What'd you go out to New York for? So after college, you were like, I'm going to chase my journalistic career in New York? Or what brought you
No.
out there? Chasing another boy?
Well,
Probably.
it actually, honestly, what it went from was college. I had this opportunity at Manhattan, Kansas, to work for like this crappy computer company, and I thought I was going to do it. And
was
it was
that computer company called Apple?
Oh God, no! I don't even know. I don't even know if it exists anymore. But I was going to stay because of a boy.
What a story that would have been.
God, I know, right? Thank God I didn't stay, and I left, and I went to St. Louis, where I was a part of this. This really dates myself. Millennium Model Management.
Okay.
So back in the day, like when everyone's trying to be models.
Everybody's still trying
they're
to be a
doing-
model. Now they're
they
doing it
are.
on Instagram.
Well, now they figured out that you don't have to pay for it.
Or be tall.
Totally. I was one of the.
Can I face like this? You want? Nice.
I would help out with open calls in Kansas City. People would show us their modeling walk, and then we would talk to them about how much potential they had, and then we would try to sell them like $900 package of like a photo shoot package.
This sounds kind of dirty.
Oh, it totally was. But at the time, it was one of the only companies that actually they did get you work, but they also were trying to stay afloat because they had this really nice business front in the River Market. So I actually opened up one of theirs in St. Louis. It lasted for 3 months, and I was like, this is shiesty. I actually want to do acting. I do want to be in that scene. So I moved out to Southern California, realized how hard it was.
Well, hold on. So this is shiesty, St. Louis.
Yep.
Screw you guys. I'm going to San Diego, or I'm going to California.
Yeah.
Like, for what? Like, you just said randomly, I'm just going to go to California?
No. It was all of it. Always.
Seraphine, I want to know. I need these details.
There was a boy involved with every single one of them. So there was a guy from college that I had known, and he came in town, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm moving out to San Diego. A bunch of our K-State people are there. And then he was like, why don't you come out and move in with me?
Come on.
And I was like, okay, why not? Because Kansas City sucks, because I moved from St. Louis to Kansas City temporarily. And he's like, just come on out. So I did. I ended up living with him, and it was a disaster because, I knew him from college, but I wasn't that attracted to him. But it was, but he was a good guy. He's a really good guy. And he had his shit together, and it forced me to get my shit together.
Oh.
So I ended up working for apartment complexes out there.
Okay.
And out in Southern California, if you work at an apartment complex, usually they give you a deep discount on an apartment. Or if you had my background, I immediately became a manager. So
Wait, what's your background? Journalist? Journalist means you can be a manager somewhere?
Well, I had marketing, and I also had a little bit of sales because I was doing all that fun modeling stuff. And they were like, oh, well, not only do you have marketing in your background, but you also can sell things. And it was easy because you'd give tours of these, condos and apartments, and then you would get a certain, little bonus depending on what apartment.
You were probably good at it.
I was. I like to sell the luxury of Irvine, California.
Cool.
Or Anaheim. Anaheim was the hardest one. But
Anaheim Mighty Ducks.
Oh God, hockey. Are you a hockey guy?
Born and raised in Michigan. Go Red Wings.
That's so cool. I always wish. I wish that's one of those sports that, frankly, I've gone to. Like I've watched a couple games, been invited to.
NHL.
Yes.
Okay.
And unfortunately, like I went, had fun, but like.
Oh no, you didn't get it?
No, it's not that I didn't get it. I think it's really cool, and I used to ice skate when I was little.
Okay.
I just was like a fair weather fan. I was always moving. I was never in
It's
hockey
hard.
culture.
Yeah.
So it felt like I was always a tourist,
Mm-hmm.
in the stands, even though I had friends who were like hardcore hockey fans.
I love hockey. Being born and raised in Michigan, you kind of are just, you grow up on frozen ponds.
Yeah. What part of Michigan were you?
People aren't going to know. I can show you. I'm going to
Flint?
show up my hand. I did live very close to Flint.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy, yeah.
My uncle worked for the mayor of Flint for a very long time. So, like, I'm holding up at the camera, looking at my hand. This is Michigan.
Uh-huh.
So I was born up here,
Uh-huh.
which is called Alpena.
Okay.
Gorgeous. And then I lived a little bit south of it called Oscoda. So I lived on Lake Huron. Oh, it's the best. I might be a little biased, but it might be the best Great Lake out there. Then I lived right dead center in Mount Pleasant. Flint's down here a little bit, and then I lived over here in Bay City, and then I've been all over.
God, that makes so much sense.
As far as what?
I've met a few men from Michigan when I was at K-State. They had not ROTC, but it was like a military base around K-State. I forget, Fort Riley. So a lot of those guys would hang out in the bars there. And there was a group, like about 3 or 4 of them from Michigan, probably like kind of, they had a little rough around the edges, but kind of sensitive souls, but also like, they just talked about Michigan like you just don't understand. It's kind of like people from Boston. Like it's got. I
have
this
a lot of
feeling.
family from Boston.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got some deep roots.
But solid guys. Like I just remember really liking them. Always feeling comfortable, but always being like a little on edge because they knew how to take the piss out of things. Banter. Total banter.
Michigan's an very interesting state. You got Detroit, which is kind of its own thing.
Yeah.
But then outside of that, it's very Florida-esque. Dare I say. Oh, you got some hillbillies.
Yeah.
The further north you get, the further south you get. Like
That's
it
wild.
is. There's some hillbillies up there. There's a lot of carny folk.
Oh.
Especially when you start getting into the upper peninsula.
Yeah.
That's when shit starts getting, maybe the family tree doesn't have as many branches as you would like to see.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of carny folks that are trying to hustle you. Do not play a game with these people. They will have you going to the ATM, shucking out all your money to them.
That's hilarious. How long were you in Michigan? How long were you there for?
So, like I say, born and raised for like kind of my formative years. I was raised by a single mom. My brother and I were. Then my mom got remarried when I was about 6th grade, and he was a military gentleman.
Oh, interesting.
And so then I moved. So I'm kind of born and raised in Michigan, but I'm kind of a mutt. I've been all over the place. Then I moved to South Dakota, and then Louisiana, and then my senior year of high school, I was in Leavenworth. Fuck Leavenworth. And then I really liked Kansas City. And I was like, I'm gonna stay here.
So you lived in Leavenworth for a while. How old were you?
Senior year of high school.
Senior year of high school.
I was 17, 18. I only spent 1 year there. I absolutely hated it.
Yeah.
I had 1 or 2 friends, and I went back like after I graduated. I would still go to Lawrence every now and then with like a couple people because that's a cool thing to do, especially before you're 21.
I lived in Lawrence. First place I moved with my husband when I moved back from Australia. We were in Lawrence together for a year and a half. That's a whole other story.
You ever go to the outhouse?
I think I went to every single bar. I just don't remember. The outhouse is.
Do you know? Are you aware, Aaron, of the outhouse? Oh my God! If you say I think I've been to the outhouse, you've not been to the outhouse.
Where the hell is the outhouse?
My
now I
gosh.
gotta go. Now I gotta go. Where's it at?
Well, let me warn you first, and let you get people. If you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
And if you know, you know. It's a strip club.
Oh no! Back in the day, the Britney Spears, like Jenna Jameson era,
Britney. That's my girl. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
I know. I actually almost wore a free Britney sweatshirt for this this podcast. I absolutely have a soft spot for her. But that whole that time was interesting because I look at that time.
Early 2000s.
Yeah. I look at it. Did you ever see, I've been talking to a few men about this film. Have you watched Promising Young Woman?
No, I don't know what that is.
So it's a movie that came out, and it has a lot to do with this kind of culture that we had back then, and that the strip club culture too, of like, we glamorized it, but then there's like this side of it that almost gets like what they did to you on stage. And then there's another side of it to where it's like, I don't know, a little creepy. Like I think that the male dominance, female dominance thing can get in that the strip club environment, it can get really weird because you have a lot of people who are like empowered, right? You've got these women who are like
men or women?
Women who are trying to flip the script and be like, all right, I'm the one who's in charge. But then a lot of the people running the show, unfortunately, are men.
Pimp-like.
Totally. And I don't know.
Disgusting.
And it hasn't really changed that much now.
It's a seedy scene, of course.
Yeah.
Seedy scene is going to have that kind of seedy character aspect to it.
You and I will have to have we'll have to have the dark side of Seraphine.
I can go dark.
Well, the whole point of my Seraphiend, all right, just behind the name. So my name Seraphine actually means angel or right hand of God, right? Totally not the name to like live up to as like a teenager or your 20s. But fiend, like fiending is like devil, like you're like, you want
fiend,
more,
I
you're
need
greedy.
more.
So the whole point of putting it together was my name means angel, but play off of fiend and make it fiend. And it's that angel devil side. And I definitely in the last year realized I haven't really fessed up a lot to the devil side of me, like the mistakes I've made. I've tried to portray more of the angelic part of me. But it's cool to sit down with someone like you who are like, hey,
Whoa.
But
You calling me the devil?
No, but I think I'm going to bring out the angel in you. I do. I think I'm going to get some tears. I drew blood from you.
Whoa.
From the drink.
I like that. Like, I was waiting for you when you left the room. I was licking that blood. Let me
You're like my knee.
I hope those cameras were off. I got freaky.
I love it. But it's cool to have these kind of conversations. We're going to have more of them. This is part 2, post Neander Fiend explosion of the cocktail. Super hot. I mean, I love it. Oh, shit. Part 3 is coming up. I definitely have some questions for you.
This is perfect.
So get ready, because it's some are podcast related. Others are just like kind of getting to know you, and hopefully you'll have some questions to lob back to me.
I've probably chased all of your listeners away by this point.
I love it.
which is amazing, because mine have probably still hung on.
I know.
They know what a dirtbag I am. But what I love about these little segments is this is why I'm a horrible podcast guest or host. I have to pee every 20 minutes, and when you break it up like this, it's great.
Nice,
I get to go pee again.
Totally.
Yeah.
And you don't get a urinary tract infection. Yay. Plus, so on that note, if you
don't know what I'm doing tonight.
You better click like, subscribe, all the goodness to my podcast, as well as Mr. Ryan Westa's. He is at Neander Talk, right?
Neander Talk Podcast.
Yes. So check it out if you haven't checked it out already. I'll see you guys later.